All right, hello. Welcome back to the show. Today is Thursday, September 26th. Welcome to the Black Brain Trust. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. As always, as you come in, please hit that like button. We really do appreciate it. Today, I have a great show for you today. Some of the topics we'll be talking about today include European Space Agency backs blockchain satellite project, back trades 18 BTC in first 7 hours. Global banking giant XRP, well, global banking giant says XRP ledger is a potential game changer. IBM says it's ready to work with Facebook on blockchain. And another one of the articles we'll be discussing today include Facebook's David Marcus advocates for blockchain-based payments and networks. So, with that said, like I say, when you come in, please hit that like button. We really do appreciate it. So, without further ado, let me share my screen and let's jump right into it. All right. First topic is European Space Agency backs blockchain satellite product or project. Blockchain startup Space Chain has won a 60,000 euro grant from the European Space Agency or ESA to investigate use cases for their satellite-based blockchain wallet system. Announced today by the company, the grant by the ESA Kickstart advocates fund activities fund bolsters Space Chain's effort to put a hypersecure, multi-signature distributed satellite network in orbit. The company has already flight tested blockchain nodes in space. There we go. Good. Hello, how you doing, Bullet Two Tone? How you doing, Johnny Willie Little John? Just come in, please hit that like button. We really appreciate it. Excuse my microphone. One moment. Excuse me. Thank you. All right. The tech uses a. There we go. The tech uses a three-signature system with two ground-based signatures and a third in orbit. On the satellite, each transaction requires at least two of the three signatures to complete. Zhejiang, Space Chain's co-founder and CEO, told CoinDesk that his satellite-based nodes are far more secure than terrestrial network processing on the open internet with data and protocols uplinking directly to the satellite. We don't need internet access to perform this kind of transaction, Zhang said, which eliminates a lot of potential risks for hacking. We are looking at a market that last year saw 1 billion in crypto stolen. There will be much more difficult for hackers on our system, he added. Zhang called his grant from the ESA an opportunity for the crypto community to learn more about blockchain space applications. He noted developers' high interest in the secure upside. He wants to use this opportunity to showcase how space can benefit the blockchain space, Zing said. He added Space Chain plans to launch 3 times over the next 18 months. This is interesting. So we're looking at a project where they're using secure nodes in space to secure a blockchain network. So we're seeing the convergence of different fourth industrial revolution technologies and frontiers converge, albeit there's two of them, blockchain and space exploration, to create a better system. This is interesting. I like this. I want to keep up with this Space Chain and see how they develop this more in the future. It says that they're going to be launching, what is it, 3 times over the next 18 months. So I wonder how far along they're going to go with their and what breakthroughs they're going to conduct with their project. All right, Bakkt's much anticipated Bitcoin futures trading platform goes live. Bakkt's physically settled Bitcoin futures trading platform is now live for trading on the Intercontinental Exchange, or ICE. As of 8 p.m. on September 22, Bakkt's much anticipated BTC futures trading has launched. The platform is the first of its kind to receive approval from United States regulators and is a product of ICE, the operator of the New York Stock Exchange. While news of Bakkt's launch and intention to facilitate BTC futures trading broke over a year ago, the platform itself has seen numerous delays owing to regulatory concerns. On August 16th of this year, Bakkt announced that the company has secured approval from the U.S. Commodity Future Trading Commission, or CFTC, and had scheduled today as the first day of trading, which was earlier this week. While the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and CBOE currently offer trading of Bitcoin futures, these trades are cash settled. Bakkt's physically settled futures contracts let clients get Bitcoin rather than its equivalent value in fiat currency once the contract expires. So the difference between Bakkt and the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and the CBOE is Bakkt's Bitcoin futures contracts are physically settled in Bitcoin. You get Bitcoin back, while the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and CBOE, their contracts, Bitcoin future contracts, are settled in fiat currency. That is the big difference. The platform, which is Bakkt, offers daily and monthly trading of physically settled Bitcoin futures to be processed through Bakkt's Bitcoin warehouse, which began processing withdrawals and deposits at the beginning of September. Days later, Bakkt announced that they had secured a $125 million insurance policy protecting Bitcoin stored in their warehouse. Bakkt's platform has been the subject of a great deal of speculation and anticipation. Actually, that's out of the scope of the articles, but congratulations, Bakkt did launched a few days ago. It did launch. It after, I think it was delayed twice by the SEC, I believe, and now, like the article mentioned, in August they gave the go ahead and it was launched. But there was a lot of hype around it. People were saying in the crypto community that the crypto market was going to boom because Bakkt was launching, and I understand why they would say that, because of who is behind Bakkt. The Intercontinental Exchange, or ICE, is behind Bakkt. They are the operators of the New York Stock Exchange, which is the largest stock exchange in the world. So people would, I understand why they say it would boom when this happened, but the opposite happened. Bakkt trades 18 BTC in the first 7 hours as Bitcoin high price falls below 10K. Now, this was before the other massive drop that happened in the crypto market. 18 Bitcoin in volume has been traded since the launch of Bitcoin futures on the Intercontinental Exchange, or ICE's Bakkt platform yesterday on September 22nd, which was a couple days ago. The much anticipated contracts, the first of their kind to be physically settled in Bitcoin, went live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on September 22nd. As of the most recent available data at the time of writing, 18 BTC has been traded with a last recorded trading price of $10,042. Many crypto commentators have commented on the apparently slight volume levels, which one trader comparing the platform's launch so far to patterns typically seen with earlier products. Quote, CME Bitcoin futures traded 460 million on its first week. Current volume is around 700 million. The VanEck fake ETF traded 0 in its first week. So the end quote. So the VanEck Solid X Bitcoin ETF. Remember, we went over a couple of weeks ago. They did not come out with a VanEck and Solid X did not come out with a full Bitcoin ETF. They came out with this watered down version of it, where I guess they found a loophole where they can offer certain institutions a Bitcoin ETF, and when it came out, they were only doing for BTC. So this is what that's what they mean when they say the VanEck fake ETF. Cryptocurrency investor Ari Paul argued that physical delivery is likely to slow adoption, at least initially, contending that, and I do quote, probably a more gradual scale up since it's physical. With CME futures, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, anyone with the right FCM futures commission merchant could immediately trade on launch. I think the incremental demand beyond CME would come from people who want to buy or sell physical delivery, physical buy or sell physical for delivery, at least at first. Receiving could be instant, use FCM to convert, but I'm kind of thinking depositing physical would be gradual. So, end quote. So basically what he's saying that even though it started small, anticlimactical, if you would say, over time, he's saying that people will get used to it, excuse me, and that it will gain popularity and volume as time goes on. But yeah, BACK's BTC, not BTC, future settled Bitcoin thing just, you can say it flopped in the beginning, but we'll see over the span of the amount of time. We'll see how it does. Reading on the article does say, despite long anticipation of the new contract's launch, the markets have yet to register any impact, with Bitcoin trading typically below 10,000 as a press time. So, like I said, this article came out before the major drop in the market, where Bitcoin BTC went to 8,100 is at $8,107.99 right now. So, like I said, opposite happened. Back launched and the market just went kaput. I want to say, as you all come in, please hit that like button. Very much appreciated. Hello, Cashmatic. How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day today. All right. Our next topic is Facebook reveals Libra cryptocurrency basket breakdown. So these are the currencies that's going to be in the basket of currencies that this Libra coin is going to be linked to. Facebook has reportedly revealed percentage breakdown of a basket of global currencies that will underpin its Libra cryptocurrency. While it's already known that 50% of the basket will be on the US dollar, the German newspaper Der Spiegel said in a report on Friday that the remaining portion will consist of the euro, the yen, the British pound, and the Singapore dollar, with 18% for the euro, 14% for the yen, 11% for the British pound, and 7% for the Singapore dollar, with 50% going to the US dollar. So that's the breakdown. Those are the basket of currencies. So it'll be the US dollar, the euro, the yen, the pound, and the Singapore dollar. Those are the basket of currencies that are going to be that the Facebook Libra, well, the Libra coin is going to be linked to one. Yes, you did not hear the yuan, the Chinese yuan, because earlier I remember them saying that they will not have the Chinese yuan will not be one of the currencies in the basket. The basket will not include the Chinese yuan, the legal tender of the world's second largest economy. A report from Reuters suggested including the Chinese yuan could help with Libra's plan in the U.S., not including, excluding, I read that wrong, excluding the Chinese yuan could help with Libra's plan in the U.S., given the concerns over the tense trade relationship between the two countries. That's a good point out there. I like that. The German newspaper said Facebook revealed the percentage breakdown in a letter to Fabio De Masi, a German legislator and former member of the European Parliament. The newspaper describes him as a left-wing politician who believes Libra is a threat to democracy, freedom, and financial stability. He is partially concerned that Libra will not be backed by deposit insurance and that corporate sponsors of the coin may use information harvested from its use, according to Der Spiegel. Could you mean will win? Maybe. But that's the best. That's the breakdown. 50% to the U.S. dollar, 18% to the euro, 14% to the yen, the Japanese yen, 11% to the British pound, and 7% to the Singapore dollar. That is the currency basket breakdown of the basket of currencies. The Libra coin will be linked to 1212. So that's it. And people say that the Libra can circumvent other countries' sovereignty currency, which I do agree. If those are some of the strongest currencies in the world, and they're back to them, and you're in a country such as Venezuela or Argentina, where your currency is being inflated, and you can purchase, and you have Facebook in your country, and you can put your money into Libra, you can potentially see a mass exodus in certain countries, a mass exodus in certain countries, leaving from their currency, going to the Facebook Libra because it's stronger than their own nation's currency. That can actually happen. I'm pretty sure people will do it. The question is, will it happen on a mass scale? That's the question. All right. Global banking giant says XRP Ledger is a potential game changer. A newly discovered institutional grade report from banking giant HSBC labels the XRP Ledger as a potential game changer that could help cut across corporate boundaries and existing market structures. The report is the latest in the company's Game Changer series and analyzes how distributed ledger technology, or DLT, could lower costs and risks in the world of finance. In city, it it cites the XRP ledger as a compelling application for DLT in the capital markets that central banks could use to power real-time transactions. Read that again. It cites the XRP ledger is a compelling application for DLT in the capital markets that central banks could use to power real-time transactions. Quote, DLT can streamline end-to-end value transfers, reducing costs, experimental risks, and settlement periods. For example, Ripple's XRP ledger provides real-time cross-border settlements using tokens that represent central bank currencies. So, end quote. So basically, it can be a bridge currency between two central banks, two institutions, two businesses, two of anything, or even more than two. It doesn't necessarily have to be binary, but to keep it simple, two. So one central bank, England and say Singapore, the British pound to Singaporean dollar. Piggybacking off the last article, they want to send money across borders. Currently, they'll use SWIFT. With it's take longer. You have no deposit accounts, which are these pre-funded accounts in the different country. So England would fund a account in Singapore with Singaporean dollars. They'll have to maintain that account. So when people want to send money from England to Singapore, it's quicker because they have those Nostrovostra accounts. What they're saying here with the XRP ledger is it will eliminate those accounts and make it faster, even with those accounts. If with Swift with those accounts. So because the British pound would, if you're sending money to Singapore, you convert whatever amount of money you're sending to Singapore, you convert that to the XRP token. Then you will send it. It'll take a couple seconds to a minute, a couple minutes at the most, And then once they receive that amount in Singapore, they will quickly convert it or automatically convert it from XRP to the Singaporean dollar. By them doing that, because it's so fast, it would actually, not sorry, I want to use circumvent. I don't want to say circumvent. It's because of the last article. It would actually beat the speed of volatility in the forex markets. Hello, Dollar Will. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Hello, CR Frank. Hope you're having a wonderful day today also. As you all come in, please hit the like button. We really do appreciate it. So that's what they're saying here. At Reading On, as for the potential impact of DLT as a whole, the report cites a long list of potential applications for the emerging technology. DLT's ability to establish a single version of the truth or world reserve currency allows it to cut across corporate boundaries and existing market structures. So corporate boundaries and existing market structures, meaning siloed institutions, siloed banks, siloed corporate boundaries, siloed existing market structures, meaning there's little to no interoperability, little to no exchanging between one institution, corporate, or market to another. XRP or deal, what they're saying, and he's saying this part, DLT technology has the ability to circumvent all of that, has the ability to make that transactions between two siloed entities faster, easier. That's what he's saying there. Reading on, one of the most obvious applications for DLT is a single asset registered for an asset manager or broker dealer. This golden source would eliminate internal reconciliations, enhance capital efficiencies, and give clients or regulators control access to real-time data. So gone would potentially, I won't say potentially, I'll prefix with potentially. Potentially will be gone is rehypothecation. Potentially will be gone is, how should I say this? I'll say inconvenient fees, but what I really mean is nonsense, a lot of nonsense fees. You know, you shouldn't have a fee of, this, I can't think of a ridiculous fee, but this fee on top of that fee. Well, see, gone, you can actually use DLT, like I said, in broker dealers. You know who owns what quicker. It's a distributed ledger throughout the company of who owns what, when they trade. It can be more efficient, more on time, spot on, better spot pricing. That's what he's saying. It's more because blockchain is a derivative of distributed ledger technology. So you can actually take that DLT, meaning distributed ledger technology, and apply it to other things, such as, like he said, asset managers, broker dealers, and so forth. Let me read this last paragraph here, then we get to our next topic. Even more ambitiously, mutually operated ledgers could transform clearing, settlement, and reporting of OTC securities and derivatives markets. So mutually operated ledgers, meaning two entities operating one ledger, could transform clearing, settlement, and reporting of OTC securities and derivatives markets. So you'll have a more clear idea. Let me backtrack. Not just two entities, but more than two entities. So let's say the U.S. stock market. All markets and brokers in the U.S. stock market that's tapped into the U.S. stock market and all the stocks could be operating this ledger, which could transform to clearing, settlement, and reporting of OTC securities and derivatives markets, meaning no overselling the outstanding number of stocks on the market. You selling somebody that does selling something to somebody, a stock of AT&T that don't exist, so because now you have a clear understanding of, okay, hey, our books are set into the American, let's say the SEC books. So you with TD Ameritrade, you're trying to buy Coca-Cola or AT&T, and TD Ameritrade now with DLT technology don't have to, could not sell you. Again, my preference is potentially could not sell you more something that is not existing because their ledger is tied to, the SEC's ledger. That's what he's trying to say here. This that is the aim of Quarter, which is DLT, an adaptable DLT platform created by the R3 consortium, of which HSBC was an early member, as well as transforming operational efficiency, such as a ledger. Such a ledger would, let me read that again, as well as transforming operational efficiency. Such a ledger would release huge amounts of capital by reducing settlement periods and giving users a single view of the location and eligibility of collateral assets. So basically, everything he's saying is all about efficiency. Efficiency, and because of efficiency, allowing companies and institutions to scale more because of the efficiency. So global banking giant, which is HSBC, says XRP Ledger is a potential game changer. Again, potential. I want to say hello to King Nick and hello to King. Hope you all having a wonderful day today. As you all enter, please hit that like button. We really do appreciate that here at the Black Rain Trust. All right, next topic is Binance.us trading starts tomorrow, which was the other day, supporting 7 cryptocurrencies with 18 more under consideration. Binance, one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, is preparing to serve customers in the US through its newly launched and regulated Binance.us platform. At tomorrow's launch, 7 crypto assets, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Tether, and Binance Coin, will be open for trading. Additionally, the crypto trading platform is accepting deposits in 5 other major currencies. So it's important to know they're only accepting deposits in these other 5 major digital currencies, not trading. They're just accepting deposits. Once liquidity is there, then they'll allow trading in the following 5 additional cryptos, which is Cardano, BAT token, Ethereum Classic, Stellar, and Zero. XR is a Zero coin or something. I can't remember. Skips my mind right now. But they're allowing deposits, so you can deposit those 5 coins on your, if you have an account with Binance.us. Continuing on, according to the announcement, excuse me, according to the announcement, Binance.us will commence trading for all verified users with fiat to crypto and crypto to crypto trading pairs on September 24, which was Tuesday. The US-based trading platform now this is important this is really good information I'm about to read. The US-based trading platform operates as an independent entity with its own features and functions and licenses trading and wallet technology from Binance. So its own entity with its own features and functions, but it licenses trading and wallet technology from Binance. So it has its own features and functions, but it's licensing trading and wallet technologies from Binance. The company says, and I do quotes, Binance.us will serve as an innovative, affordable, and approachable venue for users to buy, sell, and hold digital assets within the US, including an easy-to-use fiat on-ramp. So, end quote, that can actually challenge Coinbase, because Coinbase has been the quintessential gold standard de facto on-ramp for American citizens to get into crypto. Now you have Binance.us, like the article just said, it says Binance.us will serve as an innovative, affordable, and approachable venue for users to buy, sell, and hold digital assets within the US, including an easy-to-use fiat on-ramp, especially, end quote, especially when or if, I just say when, it's not really if, they have more cryptos, more in-demand cryptos on their platform and Coinbase doesn't. Now you're looking at a situation where, hey, Binance.us has everything Coinbase have. I can just go to Binance.us, and this can actually be easier on your taxes because now Binance.us is in America. You can do all your trading there. And with you can print out your, remember it's a ledger. You can print out your trades and your CSV, comma separated values. If I got to sneeze, I apologize if I do in your ear, and send it to your tax person. You know, so Binance.us and Coinbase can really be the be all, and I'm sure they're gonna, even though Binance.us is its own entity, I'm sure they're going to expand some of the features Binance.com uses, most notably. Hello, Nagon, how you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Most notably, margin trading, derivatives, futures, lending. That's going to come over in due time because there's going to be a demand for it. You know, and when that happens, has to do the same thing because Coinbase has to compete. So this is actually a good thing for the investor. Reading on, Malta-based Binance originally built its reputation as a crypto exchange that offers numerous altcoins, exposing traders, investors, and the crypto curious to a wide range of blockchain-based products or projects. Shared in a press release, Binance.us lists a number of coins under consideration for the platform. Now, before I read these, like the article said, Binance.us is its own entity. It's partnering with BAM, BAM something to conduct Binance.us in the US, in America. So there is a process to add a coin on the exchange. I'm not saying this process means that if whatever coin is added on the exchange has to go ahead from the SEC, but what I'm saying is more than likely they're not going to include coins that are in the thousands, meaning 1001 coin, whatever that is. So read that again. Shared in a press release, Binance.us lists a number of coins under consideration for the platform, which is Cosmos, Dash, EOS, Holochain, iota, Chainlink, Loom Network, Decentraland, Nano, Neo, Paxos Standard, Augur, Ravencoin, True USD, USD Coin. Those are two separate coins. Those are stable coins. vechain, Waves, and Zilliqa. I'll read that again. The 18 other coins that they're considering are Cosmos, Dash, EOS, Holochain, iota, Chainlink, Loom Network, Decentraland, Nano, Neo, Paxos Standard, which is a stablecoin, Augur, Ravencoin, True USD, USD Coin, vechain, Waves, and Zilliqa. And it says Binance.us is offering commission-free trading until November 1, 2019. So free trading until November 1, 2019. So there you go. Binance.us trading has already started, supporting 7 cryptocurrencies from the jump, with 18 more under consideration. I want to show you all something. It's this website called Fiat Leak, and it's pretty. Fiat Leak is basically showing you all the Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency transactions. Not all of them, but major cryptocurrency transactions. So, okay, so this is the order book of the past cryptocurrencies from major, where my cursor was going in circles at, for major exchanges. As you can see, these are the exchanges. It's a lot. This is the order, both up and down. The arrows is up, buy, sell, and then it's like 0 second point. It's in a flash. But look where I'm going to. That little one is going to where? Somewhere in Turkey, I guess. America. This right here is going to Europe. This right here is the UK. I'm guessing they divided that up because of Brexit, or maybe just the UK's island. I don't know. You have right here South Korea. This little nook right there, that's South Korea, and then of course these chain of islands right here is Japan. But the top markets are US, UK, Europe, South Korea is doing numbers, and Japan is doing numbers. But the US is just nuts, bonkers. And this is a world market. Crypto is a world market. So yeah, like I said, it shows what did I say? The transactions of all the major cryptocurrencies. Let me pause this, see if it'll work. There we go. Look at this. This is Japan right here. Then the tip of Japan almost touches South Korea. So these right here is going to South Korea. Look at so this is the order book, 18, 19, 20 seconds ago. And when I push play, this is just going to speed down. Poloniex, Binance, Kuoni, Bitstamp, bitmex, Huobi, GDAX, Coinex. Up arrow, I'm guessing means a buy, down arrow means sell. So I'm going to push play. Look at this and see where these little bitty Bitcoin coins go to. They're going to go right up in there to South Korea. Let me push play. Play. Oh, so you don't want to play now? Okay, I guess not. There we go. Guess it restarted. Okay, I did something wrong. I hit it once. There we go. Wow. I guess it's so fast. It's not okay. Well, but yeah, this is fiatleak.com. And yeah, let me close that out. It takes up a lot of your computer power too. How you doing? Keep it techie. How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Nagon says flame. All right, on fire. All right. IBM says it's ready to work with Facebook on blockchain. Now it's important to know they're not saying the Libra Association. They're saying just Facebook on blockchain. IBM is willing to team up with Facebook to develop blockchain technology. An IBM executive said, explaining that developing the blockchain ecosystem is a team sport. Our clients are ready to work with Facebook, and we're ready to work with all of them to bring it together. Jason Kelly, IBM's blockchain general manager, said in an interview with CNBC. Kelly said a company the size of Facebook entering the fray helps to bring more legitimacy to the underlying blockchain technology. However, he did not mention whether IBM was interested in joining Facebook's stablecoin consortium known as the Libra Association. Point. Facebook's Libra stablecoin would be key for the four big blue to realize its ambitions for applying its blockchain technology to the financial services industry. IBM has been focused on developing its patent Stellar blockchain to facilitate cross-border payments and launched the World Wire, that's their partnership with Stellar, an international payment system that uses Stellar. World Wire aims to skip banking intermediaries that add complexity and costs to the traditional international payment system by replacing them with digital assets sent over a distributed ledger, basically what XRP, Facebook, and major banks are trying to do right now, such as JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, so on and so on. PNC Bank, they partner with XRP, What did I leave off at? All right. Stablecoins backed by local fiat currencies are seen as one of the best digital assets to substitute traditional banking intermediaries. In March, IBM announced that okay, that out of the scope, but I'm going to reread this last paragraph right there. It says, stablecoins backed by local fiat currencies are seen as one of the best digital assets to substitute traditional banking intermediaries. So instead of doing bank to transfer money from one country to another across borders, they're saying that digitize your currency, create a CBDC or a central bank digital currency. That way you can use their ledger in order to send money from one country to another because it's all digitized now. And now once you do that, the people in your country would use their phones or digital money in order to make the whole process faster. Or they can use cash by going to their local bank, but they're trying to push to a more cashless society. Cash societies already exist in different countries. It seems like they're trying to push that. I'm not saying that it's going to happen overnight or quickly within the next year or two, but they're setting things up to try to push that. That's what I'm trying to say. More digitized currencies, cashless societies. It's going to be hard. It's going to take some time, but the stepping stone was credit cards. The stepping stone was credit cards. That was the first step, in my opinion. Then PayPal, and the next step, and this is just the third step in those incremental steps of digitizing currency and having a more not a cashless society, but a more cashless society. All right, this is well, I'm going to wait for this one. Let me to read this one first because the EOS thing is pretty good. Facebook's David Marcus advocates for blockchain-based payment networks. I want to read this because it really piggybacks off the last one. I'll read the title again. Facebook's David Marcus advocates for blockchain-based payment networks. So they're kind of saying the same thing, if you will. David Marcus and Facebook and IBM Big Blue. David Marcus, the head of Facebook's Libra wallet, has set forth arguments in favor of blockchain-based payment networks. In a September 25 blog post, Marcus pointed out shortcomings of existing payment systems such as regional and international networks, including SWIFT and RT1, central banks, and others. Marcus began by noting the weakness of the underlying infrastructure of the current system, limiting its efficiency and reach. In one case, Marcus wrote, an individual can send and receive funds from within one wallet while not being able to do the same between wallets from different companies. He went on to explain that that's the interoperability I'm talking about, not being able to go between, what's the word I'm looking for here, companies smoothly. He explained, and I do quote, depending on the setup, moving money from point A to point B requires a number of intermediaries to be involved and often demands liquidity pools to be readily available at point B, which are the Nostra Vostra accounts. For consumers to get their money out in a timely fashion. So let's go over this again. And it really backs up the last article with Big Blue IBM and them wanting to partner with Facebook Libra. And this is the guy they were partnering with. David Marcus is the head of Facebook Calibra wallet, and Calibra being the subsidiary or the entity Facebook would interact with the Libra Association through. So this is the guy they would really talk to. So and again, the name of this article is Facebook's David Marcus advocates for blockchain-based payment networks. He wants it. So, and I've been saying this throughout the show already, but we'll just break it down a little bit further. Depending on the setup, moving money from point A to point B requires a number of intermediaries to be involved. So remember the England to Singapore money transfer, a number of banks along the way have to be involved in order to do that, like a connecting a network. Excuse my bad, my bad. I'm reading Dollar Will says we're essentially cashless now. I can't recall the last time I withdrew $300 in cash from ATM, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, a more cashless society. Like I said, um, we're agreeing. Credit cards, PayPal, those were the first stepping stones without us knowing. And now we're going to a more cashless society. I saw a documentary about Shenzhen province in China. The guy, he's a major, he's an older guy. Name's on tip of my tongue. Hedge fund guy. He wears bow ties. White guy, old guy. But he says, when he first went to China, it wasn't nothing to where it is now. And he said he's been living there for like 30 some years. He said the other day he went to go try to buy some ice cream. They wouldn't even sell him ice cream because he had cash. He could even buy ice cream with cash because they remember they use WeChat for everything. It's cashless. And some areas in Europe. Now I want to say some areas in Europe because I don't know whoever can back me up on this. I was listening to someone. They were saying when they went to Germany, someone else. They were saying they went to Germany. They had to make somebody in the crypto space. I'm trying to say they had to before they went there. They had to ask the people like, "Do you all accept credit cards here?" Because a lot of places in Germany don't accept credit cards. But there's some places in Europe, such as I think Switzerland, are heading to Switzerland, Norway, or Sweden are heading to a more cashless society. And I agree with Dollar Wheel. But let's get back to this quote. He says that, so we left off at the Nostra Vostra accounts. And he said, and often demands liquidity pools to be readily available at point B for consumers to get their money out in a timely manner. So those are the Nostra Vostra accounts. So you're saying if a Filipino is working in England, they're sending money to their mother or family in Singapore, and they send money from England to Singapore, that Nostra Vostra account, which are pre-funded accounts in another country that England has to take care of, they have to maintain those accounts. They're not just free, you know. Um, those accounts allow the person on point B that's being, Singapore, to get their money out in a timely manner. He's saying, excuse me, he's saying that they can knock all that out to a more peer-to-peer, person-to-person model. Advantages of blockchain payment networks. When it comes to a blockchain-based payment network, such as Facebook's forthcoming Libra stablecoin, Marcus said users can carry out near real-time cross-border transfers at a low cost and with no need of liquidity pools of various currencies. Liquidity pools, those are the pre-funded accounts. He added, and I do quote, this would in turn massively reduce costs by eliminating the need for so many intermediaries, bank to another bank, in order to get your money to point B. You got to go through 2 or 3 different banks. That's what he's saying. And operational complexity and overhead, thus increasing innovation and access. Remember when we talked about the HSBC saying XRP ledger is a potential game changer? The efficiency, this is the efficiency that I was talking about. People will benefit from more ease when they want to send and receive money. Efficient. And the barrier of access to modern digital money and financial services will be greatly lowered. This is what they're talking about. Now, this is, I understand this is Facebook Libra, the stable coin. I understand, but what they're doing is not too far different from what XRP is doing and what these major banks are trying to do, including IBM, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, TD Ameritrade, so forth, so forth, so forth. Well, TD Ameritrade is backing ArisX, which is they're doing Bitcoin futures. So I don't know if T the Mirror Trade is doing this. Um, yeah, this basically they're trying to push this now. It's just not only is it going to be easier to send money, but that new model, that new system will make it easier for other people to do more things, to innovate, to have new business models are going to pop up. Well, new businesses are going to pop up on this new way of doing things. So that's what it is. All right. Hope you all enjoying the show. Please hit the like button as you all come in. If you are enjoying the show, we really do appreciate it. All right. So this is the one I was talking about. We got two more articles left. EOS maker block one. Those are the people who created EOS. So they are their maker. So EOS maker block one expands US footprint with DC area HQ. Shout out to Dollar Whale. Block one, the software company behind the EOS blockchain, will expand its US footprint with a new headquarters and a $10 million investment in Arlington County, Virginia. Virginia Governor Ralph Northam announced the plans on Monday, along with the $600,000 grant from the Commonwealth Opportunity Fund. EOS is the world's seventh largest blockchain by market capitalization, valued at more than $3 billion. And they are, to be honest, I put them top five because let's look at the market cap because of the coins that are in front of them. Let's see here. So, wait for so you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. Those are the top three. Then you have Tether, which is the stable coin, Bitcoin, Cash, Litecoin, then EOS. Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin do a lot of flipping back and forth. So I would say EOS has to be top five. If you knock out Tether, which is a stable coin, it's just $1. It's not really going too much. The reason is because of its market cap. That's all. So if you knock out Tether, EOS is easily top five, top six, because these three market caps, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and EOS, they're very close. These four coins, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, EOS, and Binance Coin, I'm not even going to count Bitcoin SV. These four coins do a lot of flipping back and forth. So I say if you knock out Tether and include this little block right here, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, EOS, and Binance Coin, they flip positions a lot. Those are the top cryptos. So EOS is top five, and knock out Bitcoin SV. This 90% of Bitcoin SV's transactions come from a weather app. It's I can't take it serious. It's a lot of hype. So Stellar is half the market cap of Binance Coin. So so I would say EOS is top five. Arlington's proximity to Washington, D.C. allows us to continue building constructive business and government relationships as we provide insights for the application of blockchain-based technologies, Block One Chief Operating Officer Andrew Bliss said in a statement. I'm going to highlight that because I'm going to come back to it. The company already has a Virginia presence with an 80-employee facility in Blacksburg, Virginia, approximately 250 miles away. Blacksburg is the home of CTO Dan Larimer and has served as the company's HQ since inception. The new facility which they're going to be building, the new facility will employ 170 people in professional and IT services and support the Blacksburg office in research and development. So they're going to be hiring 170 people in professional positions and IT services. This is a legitimate business. It's a legitimate business. Following a 4.1 billion ICO, their ICO, crypto's version of IPO, 4.1 billion, and remember, they're still valued at 3 billion. and they just gave a $10 million investment in Arlington County, Virginia. Following a 4.1 billion ICO in 2017, Block One has made significant investments, including establishing offices in Hong Kong and Los Angeles. This is this is a legitimate business. Now I want to come back to this right here, this topic, this paragraph right here. It says Arlington's proximity to Washington D.C. allows us to continue building constructive business and government relations as we provide insights for the application of blockchain-based technologies. Provide insights for the application of blockchain-based technologies. That sounds to me like government contracts. Anyone who know, correct me if I'm wrong, but Virginia is not too far away from Washington, D.C. I was stationed in Virginia. I was stationed in Portsmouth Naval Base. That Chesapeake Bay Bridge, not too far from DC. A lot of people that work in DC live in Virginia. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody? They say, excuse me, apologize. It says Arlington's proximity to Washington, D.C. allows us to continue building constructive business and government relations. Arlington's proximity to Washington, D.C. allows us to government relations as we provide insights to the government for the application of blockchain-based technologies. I'm just reading between the lines there, but yep, defense contracts, engineering, cannabis is defense contracts. Yep, thanks, appreciate it. Keep it taking says like the video. Yeah, so this is like a legitimate business. They are employing people. They have offices. Block One, they are the maker of EOS. EOS, the top 5 crypto. Da 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 da. Down market. EOS is what? How much? Like $2? $2.50. EOS is $2.83. I'm not a certified financial planner, CFP.net. So yeah. And we're gonna leave it off on this one. This is a good one actually. I wanna bring up this again, but 640 crypto projects have failed to publish a single line of code this year. Now, this is 640 out of 2,500 projects that have failed to publish even one line of code this year, and the year is almost over. We're almost in Q4 of this year, and they have not wrote a single line of code so far. Remember what I keep saying, be careful. Now, that's not even talking about the ones that have wrote very little line of code. I'm pretty sure that's another 360 equals 1,000. All right, GitHub and development activity are one of the indicators for a healthy crypto startup. Some repositories boast of high activity, especially around key launches. So let's get one of the reasons I like Live Coin Watch, because if you click on a coin, let's say Bitcoin because it's the gold standard, you can actually slide to the bottom and see their GitHub activity. So past year, this is year to year. So September of last year to September of this year. Past year of developer activity, 4 repositories, okay, good. 512 contributors. Commits this year, 1,843. One of the people who commit to Bitcoin's code, it's hard to be a person to commit to Bitcoin code because this is such a prestige position, a prestige deal to do. One of the guys that do it is roast beef. Bring him up. Twitter, roast beef Twitter. I hope I can get him up here. Roast. Where's roast at? Un momento, por favor. Here we go. Hola, hola. Hola, hola, olua. This is roast beef. He is one of the men that contributes to Bitcoin's code. Roast beef, at roast beef, that's his name. Ola Olua. So yeah, it's one of the guys. But yeah, see, look at these this year. All those commits this year. It's like it's crowded. They're keeping up the code basically. And so the article goes on to say, but as much as 32% of all cryptocurrency projects failed, 32%, that's a third, little over than a third, failed to publish a single line of code in 2019, based on a research of 2,000 startups by the CoinCodeCap project. 640 were completely inactive. 2,000 cryptos, a third are completely inactive. This number comes as no surprise as only a handful of projects take the top spot when it comes to GitHub commits. However, the sign is especially ominous as former ICO startups sink to obscurity or simply fail. Crypto landscape is full of lies and empty promises. True. To make this ecosystem better, we need to weed out projects which are not fulfilling their promises made to investors, commented the CoinCodeCamp project. The analysis of CoinCodeCamp, which links exchange rate success with code commits, reveals that the asset belonging to the inactive projects have a market capitalization of $415 million. So inactive projects have a market cap of $415 million. To put that into perspective, let's make up another. Remember I was talking about EOS and then I said Stellar is half the market cap of Binance coin? Well, Stellar's market cap is $1 billion. But if we go down, not too many coins are in the market capitalization of $1 billion. They start to go down to in the mid millions. And this is just the first page. Then once you get down to 30, get 200 something million, and down and down and down. So there's a lot of coins that are within this $415 million market cap. Now, it goes on to say that one of the reasons for the weak activity is that creating a new blockchain project can be relatively simple, especially if the token is built over the Ethereum network, ERC21 tokens. ERC21? Yeah. Wow, I'm forgetting stuff. Multiple projects have promised to launch their own blockchain in the past, but few moved to creating a new network during the bear market for altcoins. Few moved to creating a new network during the bear market for altcoins. Now, pay attention to this because this is going to, like, wow, blow your mind. But even actively publishing projects have slowed down their activity. Even actively publishing projects have slowed down their activity. When I said the 640 don't include the ones who committed very little lines of code in 2019. This is part of the actively published projects that have slowed down their activity. Big coins such as Bitcoin Cash and Monero have diminished their pace of commits. Previous champs like Komodo and Lisk also slowed their production. Now, I thought that was an article, but it's not. Let's say this. So highly inactive projects. Okay, highly inactive projects also show a prevalence on a handful of exchanges that have a reputation of listing relatively obscure projects. Yobit is the leading exchange hosting 62 tokens or coins with not a line of code written in 2019. So people are trading dead projects, basically. The slowdown in production coincided with the loss of runway for most cryptocurrency projects, loss of funds, especially those that raised funds in the peak of the market. With Ethereum dropping to $200, multiple projects could not meet their development requirements. In the crypto space, it's nothing new for projects to die down, but for now, most inactive startups continue to see at least some trade. So I think this was it. Yeah. Um. No, that wasn't it. So it was saying that the reason some of these coins have died down is because of the bear market. The base of the bear market flushed them out. The opposite of that is the bull market, when all type of stuff is going to come out. All type of projects are going to be hyped. All type of projects are going to say, well, oh, buy this, Black Cyber Network says writer's blockchain. I like that. That's funny. Writer's blockchain. The bear market atrophied a lot of projects, but a lot of dead projects, are still being traded. When a proper bull market comes, whenever that will be, I'm not saying it's going to be tomorrow, next week, or this weekend, like some YouTube channels say. What I am saying is this, and this is our last topic for tonight. Over irrational exuberance, especially when or if this next economic downturn is worse or very bad. Hyper over irrational exuberance will be the word or phrase of the day, because people will be trading dead projects. Projects will start to pop up and say, we're the next Bitcoin, we're better than Bitcoin. One part of me says, be careful. I'm going to warn everyone I can, but everybody's not going to listen. Dollar Will says U.S. dollar demand is real, and it's the cause of currency stress. And that's what I'm saying. When this new economic downturn occurs, people say it's going to be worse, just as bad. It's going to be bad. Just say it's going to be bad. But a market where people are screaming, we're making money, millionaires every day, Wind Moon, Lambo, blah, 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 blah. 2017 is going to look like a pinch. 2017 is going to look like a speed bump. Hyper irrational over exuberance. I'm coining the phrase on the Black Brain Trust. Will be the phrase of the day. Like I said, one part of me is going to warn everybody, be careful. Proof after proof I've showed you. Be careful what you invest in. If they're just saying they're allowing you to send money across borders, that is not a use case anymore. That is out the window. Same as the phrase, oh, cryptocurrency is for the people who need economic freedom. That is gone. That is out the window. That is bye-bye. Rich people are investing in this and they are trying to get richer, period. All that sentimental liberalism and cypherpunk crap. I don't mean to say crap, but you understand what I'm saying? That is gone. That is gone out the window. That do not exist in this space anymore. It's all about money and project development on these top tier cryptos and them partnering with major entities. When you partner with Walmart China, when you partner with a top tier bank, when you build a headquarters and give $10 million to a county, you are not only solidified, but you're starting to be even more solidified, grounded. But when this new, excuse me, when this thing jump off, man, I'm sorry. I'm going to tell everybody I can and say, be careful. I don't know if you shouldn't invest in that. I can't really tell you. I can't really tell you yes or no, but I can tell you my experience. But the other side of me is going to enjoy this ride, and that's all I got to say. So, Engineering Cannabis says no funding for crypto, but funding for different blockchain applications. Yeah, look. So, thank you all for tuning out. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Don't forget to join me on my early morning crypto show at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday on Food with Money. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.